Hey, Duckmaster. Hey, Trapper Kine. How are you tonight? Suppose you're getting traps ready and everything like that for trapping season, aren't you? Get your wax dirt made yet? Hey, Bull, how's it going, bud? Raymond, how's it going, buddy? On the duck raid. You guys will have to let me know if it gets choppy. I'm kind of trying a little experiment here. See a lot of people running Streamlabs that it gets real choppy and stuff throughout it. And I think that's because there's more on... Hey, Jays. Got 5,550 in the mail. Alright, good deal. You're going to rust them or just dye them then? You got some nice bucks, Bull? What are you talking there? I mean, nice buck by us here. We're kind of impartial to shooting the 6-pointers. But 2 years ago I was hunting a 6-point. I was telling you guys about that. He had 14-inch G2s. And I shot him right in the shoulder. And big non-typicals. Okay. That's awesome, Bull. In Pennsylvania, okay. How's it going, Jays? But my daughter just went by me here. We're looking to get out there and get our stand and everything in the woods, or we put up a ground blind. If you look at my picture on Instagram, there she jumped. Hey, Mark, how's it going, buddy? You need a wrench there, Jays? How's that? Hold on a second. Oh, I gotta remember how to do it. There we go. Mark's in here enough. What's up?
Did you eat my other can of beef stew?
You had beef stew for lunch, honey.
Not today. Yesterday, and I had 3
Oh,
cans.
whatever. Buffering all day. Bad now? So I'm buffering also, huh? Shit. So it's not just StreamYard and Streamlabs. It's all of YouTube then. But we had pretty good stream going earlier on CPs. Was there 3-4 of us up in the panel, and it wasn't buffering at all for what we could see. Got your bow sighted in. Good deal, Trapper. Livermore, how's it going, buddy? Awesome. Thanks for coming in. You ready for bow season, Livermore? Get out there, and I got cameras out. I'm just, usually my first sit. Yeah, I understand you, Duckmaster, but there's actually a lot with the mod that the mod can do to a person's channel. That's kind of buffering. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. There's more to it than just a wrench, Duckmaster.
Dad, what one's better for microwave, plastic or glass?
Either one, babe. Glass. Okay. You were buffering pretty good on when I was watching you, Duckmaster. It's YouTube's problem. They gotta go eat. All right, have a good night, Trapper. YouTube just updated their algorithm and their services. Put another stand up. Awesome. They updated their services, Duckmaster, on last Friday, and it's been doing it to everybody. But where you got it on a heavy trail there, Livermore? Or you're just gonna try a rogue spot? See, we had 2 hunters in rogue spots last year, and they're the ones that took the biggest bucks. So it was kind of a, one of them hit and miss deals. But I'm gonna this year. I'm gonna put my ground. I just put my camera out on Sunday. Our season October 1st. All right. And where are you at again, Mark? I thought you were in Wisconsin with me. Or is that just the other cheesehead? You're Illinois. No, I better not say that. But our bow season started on Saturday, so that's already underway. I'm not out there this year because, well, number one, I didn't buy my license yet because I didn't figure I'd be going. And number two, my bow it's a crossbow. It's a PSE Viper. I bought it when they were the thing to have. Top of the line, newest bow on the market for PSE. And yeah, that's what you're saying, Jays. I never knew they came out with the GoPro 9 yet. But good trails and a small food plot. That'd be alright. That'd be a good deal. See, I hunt over... I've got an old logging road through where I am. I went through with the dozer and leveled it all out and let it come back as grass. And then this year we were out there with cover crop that's just a throw and grow. And we're going to see how that turns out. My son, Illinois, okay. You come up here fishing a lot, get a hold of me, bud. I'll take you out. And you want to go offshore? All right, Duckmaster, that's fine. Hey, JJ. But get a hold of me if you come up this way, Mark. I'm on Instagram and Facebook. But we get you out there in some fun little northern and walleye, whatever we got to do. But this year, I'm working on he's a solid 10. But there's also an 8 coming in with him. And, you know, they're not going to be chumming them too much longer before they start breaking up. They're gonna start fighting. Last year I've got 6 different bucks fighting on film, so it turned out pretty good. But yeah, it'd be great, Mark. When you get up here, just let me know and we can make something happen for sure. Otherwise, I'll know what's going on up in this area. I think we talked about that before, that you were up closer to us here. You know where the Blue Hills is and Rice Lake. So I'm not far from either of them. But hey Raymond, my goal this year is to, same thing I do every year basically. I go the first opening weekend. I won't touch a doe or anything small. And then I go all week long. When I hit Friday, that's the end of it. Then it's all about meat. Mostly I'm a meat eater. I don't really care about the antlers. I'll only take a brute because I do have an 11 point on the wall at my parents' place with my bears and other deer. But this year I'm after that 10 point. I'm thinking he was the 6 point that I was after 3 years ago, or 2 years ago, 3 years ago now. Two, I'm sorry. Yeah, West of Spooner. So yeah, I actually, Mark, I'll have to get a hold of you when they have the fishing contest there just west of Spooner, because it's a pretty good time. It's a small lake out in the middle of nowhere. There's a bar and a lake. That's all there is to it. And when you come onto the ice, you have to hang it left right away, really hard, because there's open water not even 75 feet off the shore. So it freezes up solid along that, of course, and we drive out there. But I think the best part about the whole day is if you do get skunked, the owner of the bar comes out and passes out ponies all day. So we did all right. Now buffering. Okay, thank you, JJ. Why did that not stick? Hold on a second here. JJ, your next one, see if you're blue for me, because my last stream I gave you a wrench and I don't know why it took it away. I might have to do what you did, bud. Just add a few. But I hope the heck not, because it's, you know, like Duckmaster, he comes in, he's in almost every live of mine. that little guy, he bust his butt. He went live tonight and he raided me. And just so you guys know, Mo should be going live after me. She's out helping out at the food bank tonight. And her and I were talking. I kind of plan on going, hopefully just like 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock tonight. I'm going to try to go every Wednesday night. Which, like, I'll get back with you, Mark. I have to look it up because, well, I'll be honest, I was inebriated when we left, so I don't even remember how to get there. My cousin picked us up. We picked him up, I should say. And then he decided we had to take his truck, which was fine. So we switched everything over, all the power augers. We ended up taking 4 power augers out there that day, and we only used one because he got his up and running. I had mine up and running, and I had my new one up and running, my 10-inch, so I had to try that out. Yeah, Mo is awesome. She said she's going to do a video on that too, where she's helping out. They've been needing some help for a while. They're packaging up food. So this day and age, there's got to be more of that, you know. I appreciate it, Livmore. Thanks, Duckmaster. Hey, Midwest, how's it going, bud? But yeah, I've got a 10 point and an 8 point coming in pretty regular on the camera. The only problem I have is I'm having problems with the cellular camera I got. It's a new one, and it's only a $300 unit. It's nothing special, but it's supposed to capture 30-second film clips, and what I'm seeing is it'll capture about a 10 to 15-second clip, shut off, and come back on. And it's not supposed to be doing that, and I don't know why it's doing that. So I got an email off to the company. Cuddyback has usually been pretty good to me. Back when we had the 35mm cameras even. They've always been good about taking care of stuff like that. So if it is a glitch on their end or a glitch on my end, whatever. I set it up exactly the way the book said, so it should work fine. But yeah, I'm working on 8 point and a 10 point this year. You know what? Like I said, I won't lie. The last 2 days of hunting season, if I have to, I'll knock down does just for the meat. My family's big into venison. We have, I want to say, 2 full deer that's cut and wrap in the basement in the freezer. And then I bet you I've got at least 4 deer ground in the sausage and everything. Hey, Livmore, thanks for coming in, buddy. Have a good night. But I'm hoping this year is productive because I'm sorry, I'll go back to what I was saying about that PSE Viper. That's strictly neck shots. You got to drop them in their tracks or you're not going to. It's only got what's called, hey, Scott, how's it going, bud? It's only got 15 pounds of kinetic energy. And these new Wild Ridge bows and 10 point, that's their parent company, 10 point bows. They're coming out. Hey, Mo. Yeah, I was telling him you got to go to help out at the food pantry and stuff tonight. So you'll be going live tonight after me, hopefully. But if you don't, you don't. We'll be looking for you, though. Holy crap, it jumped like a son of a gun. Do some fishing on the Illinois River and pattern some guns. Can't wait for the weekend. Just like us all, man. I need to get out there. Like you saw my range video, that was only two of my guns I only took out that day, but I actually had 6 of them there, and we sighted them all in at 100, but then I was only with the 2 of them reaching out to 300 there. And then the other one was a buddy of mine, Brad. He's a part of our sportsman's club, so I was shooting his just to play with it. That was a 223 caliber. Basically, you're in the 22 range, just like my 22 250. But when I was younger, before I bought my 22-250, I was shooting a buddy's and I was picking off chain links at 100 yards. So that's not too terrible. I mean, back then I had better eyes. I feel like a complete ass putting my glasses on, but some night you'll see me with them on because I'm just having problems with my eyes, but not tonight, hopefully. But yeah. Yeah, Mo is doing a great thing. Thanks for saying that, Mark. She's just an amazing person all around. That's one other thing I got to mention, guys. Duckmaster, if you can, or any of the rest of you, throw Mo's link up, please, Duckmaster. Every so often you see someone new come in, try to mention it, if you guys don't mind. Mo needs watch hours. We need to get her to the 4,000. As of last night, she was a little over 1,550. We need to get her there. Get her that 4,000 hours and get her monetized before YouTube brings the axe down and changes it. Because of what I've read is the people that are monetized at 1,000 are going to be grandfathered into the new program. So what that means is if we can get Mo to 4,000 hours, she's got the subs. Now we need the hours. A big one that I've been doing every night when I go to bed. Hey, Illegal, I think, yeah, there you are, bud. Hey, how's it going? Hey, Joy. How's it going, sweetie? But we got to get Mo there to them hours. She does so much for all of us in our lives. And even in just videos, she's there, she's commenting, she's doing everything to the end of September. That is not long, guys. We need to do that. But like I was saying, pull up her live stream. That's 7 solid hours that your phone will not turn off unless you turn it off. Every night before I go to bed, I click it on that. I get up, there's usually about 3 hours left. So I put it beside me and I watch the morning news. By the time the morning news is over, it's going. I mean, she's done. That 7-hour live is over. And I'll tell you guys right now, if you go and click that on for her, do me a favor, leave a comment in that video saying, running you for the time. Or not even that, just, oh, you ain't gonna cry, honey. Don't, no, come on, Mo. Yeah, Illegal. The new requirements come next year is going to be 3,000 members, and I think I'm pretty sure what I read was 8,000 watch hours. It's basically what I'm gathering with COVID and everybody being home. The market got flooded with people creating channels trying to find that source of income. Until them channels drop off. And we're kind of a niche. We are the outdoor community. We only have so many. Now, oh, Judith Davis just put up the 40 question. Hey, Mo, if you wouldn't mind, could you let them know I'm on here? I know her, MBA, and them were saying that they aren't getting notifications again. I'll be loading daily ones starting tonight. Okay, hon. But like I said, Mo, I run that 7-hour live overnight. If your phone's plugged in, it's not going to do you any harm. Unless you pay for your data. Most of us are on unlimited or on Wi-Fi. So, try to run her all night long. YouTube is glitching again. Midwest, it is. Everybody's flooding the market in the evenings now. We did pretty good running throughout the day on live streams. Now in the evening, it is flooded. So this is going to happen. It started Friday after the last update and the algorithm change. What the algorithm they're battling on that is these robots. These fake accounts, bot accounts, accounts that are never used. They're going through and purging them. If you don't ring the bell when you subscribe and you don't watch a video and leave a comment and then at least every second or third video do it again, you will be purged in the quarter. At the end of the quarter, they will purge you off that person's channel. That's why you won't see the notifications from them or nothing. Hang on a second, I'm sorry. Yeah, Judith did the 40 questions, Raymond. It just popped up. I don't know. All right, Mark. Thank you, though, for coming. When JJ gets home, I know he's driving right now, but I got to see if he has a wrench when he comes up. I just got mine, had a haircut. Okay. Oops, sorry. I have not done the 40 question challenge yet. If Duckmaster is still here, if he starts putting the questions up, I'll answer them while I'm here. I don't mind. There's nothing about me that I keep secret. I'm an open book. We're gonna get tomorrow. Yes, Raymond, I appreciate that. We got to get her there. We've got till the end of this month, which I think today's the 16th. So we're already halfway through the month. So in the next 15 days or 14 days, what do we got this? This is a 30-day month. So in the next 14 days, we have got to get her, we have got to get her 2,500 watch hours minimum. So anytime, if you guys could do me a favor and do the YouTube outdoors community a favor, run her stuff. If you don't have a video you're watching, if you're going out to mow the lawn, turn that live on and just let it run. You know, plug your phone in, walk away, let it run. We need to get her there and get her them watch hours, because Mo is there for all of us when we need her. So we just need to do it. Yeah, Mo, whenever you do lives, expect us to be in there. I know if I got to stay up late, that's fine. I'll do that. Usually don't crash till 10 or 11 or 12 anyhow, so. And if you do any panels, hey, Wrights, how's it going, buddy? Hey, Wrights, are you blue? I can't necessarily tell. Joy. I hope that doesn't annoy you, Joy, but I call you Joy all the time. But I know I wanted to talk about hunting, but when Mo said that she was going there and someone mentioned that was so good of her. Hey, Half Crazy, how's it going, buddy? I'm glad to see you come back. What we're doing, what I'm trying to get out here is, yep, right there you said it, Half Crazy. Please run Mo's links, and the Wrights is another one. Once we get Mo up there, we got to get Wrights up there. He needs the watch hours also. Wrights, correct me if I'm wrong, you broke 1K, didn't you? If not, we'll have someone run your link. Hopefully anyone that don't have you can pick you up. What did I do here? Raymond, I'm sorry. Hey, Vanessa Kitty, how's it going, dear? We're doing good here, Half Crazy. We're talking about Mo and run her lives overnight while you're in bed, and just turn the volume down, let it roll if you have to. But then I was talking about, I got an 8-point and a 10-point for sure coming in at the same time at my stand again. That's gonna change. 922 Duckmaster, you want to get Wrights and Mo's and run them, please? Them are the two. We got to get over 1,000, and then once we get Mo to 4,000 watch hours, we should really switch over, get Wrights shared out there. You can share Wrights out right now, but get him up there to 1,000, and then we're gonna have to get him on the 4,000 watch hours. We got to get these channels that are right there at that breaking point. Thank you, Raymond. We got to get these channels that are right there at their breaking points over before next year. Now, Mo has till the end of September. Once Wrights gets his 1K, then we can get him up and over for the 4,000 hours before the end of the year. Get them monetized. These are two excellent channels that'll keep you going. But back to the deer there, Half Crazy. Thank you for doing that too. We're watching that 8 and that 10, and they're cruising together. Now that's gonna change here with as cold as it's starting to get. We're getting frost advisories every night. We're only getting, tomorrow's a high of 58, 55 or no 59. Today was a high of 60. And then Friday, I believe, is a high of 55. And of course, frost advisories every night. That's gonna turn these deer, start turning them towards the rut more. It's not gonna be one of them crazy hard ruts yet. They're gonna start tending does though. Usually what I see is by the mid to late October, they're tending does hard. And then November, of course, it's all over. That's all they care about. Hey, Jeff, how's it going, buddy? Send me a message on Instagram. Okay, I can't do that right now, Duckmaster. We'll do it next time, buddy. I don't know how I can do that without losing the stream. We'll get it. I know Boxy has it up in, or Tubby Guy has it in his video. He has it listed out in the comments. I'm in Wisconsin, Half Crazy. Northern Wisconsin. So 80 in Colorado. Thanks a lot, Scott. But the humidity is the gosh darn humidity. We're doing good, Jeff. We're doing real good. How about you? Jeff will know what I'm talking about when I say it ain't so much the heat, it's the gosh darn humidity. That's from his state. The good old Yoopers. Every morning, deer season. If you're at breakfast, you're going to hear the 30-point buck, the second week of deer camp, and, oh hell, there's one other one that I play every morning. Fall Creek, that's right, Half Crazy, that's awesome. You're not far from me, buddy. You know that. I am in Rusk County, just north of Eau Claire, an hour and 15, an hour and a half. Basically, if you go to Cadott and go straight north, you're going to run into me. Hey, trucker, I know you were in, I think you were in Mills last night. We were talking besides hunting here. We got to get Mo to 4,000 watch hours. So if you can let her run anytime you're not watching your phone, where you can plug it in and just leave it run. 20% you suck, Scott. That's terrible. That's a comfortable 80 degrees there. Yeah, Half Crazy, if you ever want to, well, I could take you, if you ever want to do some river fishing up in this neck of the woods, let me know. Yeah, on Highway 27. Take 27 all the way north, you'll run right into my town. You'll go through a couple of little ones and then you hit mine. But what I was saying is we got to get Mo to 4,000 watch hours, guys, and then we're gonna switch over hopefully and start on rights. A big one there too is with this colder weather. My daughter's already noticing, and I noticed a little bit today. The leaves are changing here already. Thanks, Half Crazy. That's awesome. Hey, Wild Man, how's it going, bud? The leaves are already changing here. They're starting to. We've got a couple of them, of course, that went into shell shock and changed overnight. But you're getting patches of yellow starting right now out here. Like I said, I've got 8 acres. It's got trees on probably 2 acres. And then my yard is about 1.5 acres. And then my lower yard, I'm assuming I don't ever remember being that way actually. So it's been scrub brush, the shit you don't want to walk through deer hunting. I'm gonna bring the dozer home and wipe it all out. My wife and I have been talking. What we're debating on is if we leave the trees that are there, the little ones that are there, or not, and then that's gonna go into all clover, radishes, rape, and thyme. The deer, I've seen deer dig through a foot of snow to get at that rape and radishes. It's just sickening. They will dig up the ground something fierce in the winter for it. Also, it's a beautiful cover crop. Like, I know you guys know I've told you my stories about working on the farm when I was a kid, and cash cropping for my grandpa. But I've never seen the way deer will tear up the ground to get at radishes in the winter. Another one that's a real good one, if you guys have never planted it, beets. A deer will not eat beets for no reason. If you plant them and get them used to having it, then they will be more inclined to take easier to it. Now, I have beets, acorn powder. This is all powdered feed too. I have beet, radish, and acorn. I think you can buy some of it called Acorn Rage or Rage Acorn. It's a fine powder. You put your corn, or if you can bait, you put that down, and then you lightly sprinkle it with this. Now, there was one, I don't know, probably 10 years ago that I used. I wish I could find it again. You actually put it in a spray bottle and sprayed it on your corn, and it was like a butter. It was light yellow, but it stuck to that corn, and boy, the deer went nuts for it. I've been asking the feed mill for it for the past 10 years to get it. Hey, Saltwater, thanks for coming in, man. I've been asking the feed mill to get this. They can't find it. They can't source it. I'm not finding it anywhere, so I'm assuming it's a discontinued product, which is a bummer, because they really, really like that stuff. It was amazing. Beavers! How's it going, Jeremy? Yeah, it's going to be an interesting year. Besides the two big guys, I've got a couple of sixes and a couple of forkhorns and spikes. But the doe herd up here is just getting out of hand. I counted 22 does on my trail cam. Now, at least 12 of them are the same does coming through. But that still leaves 10 different other does. And the way I do it, I try to pick out a distinguishing feature on them. Not much, Jeremy. Just having conversation about hunting and fishing and stuff. But I try to find a distinguishing feature on them so that I can kind of mark them, and remember what they are. Yeah, Jeremy, the does they're thick. I mean, last year hunting, we had a group during rifle season, which was late, really late last year. We missed the rut altogether. I think it was 14 that was coming through in a pack already, which it was after rut, because the rut was, oh hell, we hit the second to last week of November, of course, but the rut was already pushed on. But yeah, Jeremy, like I was saying before you got here, I'm all about meat. I've got a big 11 point on the wall. I've got 2 8 points, one on either side, and then we've got another 8 point on the other wall. They're not All you can do is stir the stew with the antlers. Yeah, bull, I'm trying to think of his name. He takes out a doe at 100 yards with a 50, and it's detrimental, man. The 338 Lapua, the 338 Win Mags, that's a massive gun for deer hunting. Yeah, you don't discriminate. You destroy them equally. That's the biggest thing is getting your doe to buck ratio figured out. Usually a good doe to buck ratio is 5 does to 1 buck. They say that's their optimal breeding. That one buck can service up to 10 does. Now, you're always going to have call deer. And a call deer is a deer that comes in with a messed up antler on one side or the other. Or a real small rack. Or, yeah, you got to take care of them. I like the call deer hunts. I'm sorry, because to me, I don't really give a crap what... Yeah, you can't eat them. You cannot eat antlers. But it don't bother me to take a call deer out as long as it's under 8 years old. The average lifespan on a deer is 22 years. I mean, that's an old ass deer. Yeah, they do, Raymond. A deer can live up to 22 years generally. One big thing that I need to do is we've got about 4 call deer out here, and they're old does, and we've been seeing them. They've all got the white patch right on the breast with a brown spot in the middle. Don't get me wrong, I know how it sounds, but to me that's a target. If I see him stand out there and I see that, I'm going to drill her. Yeah, Keith Warren, there you go. Bull, you're exactly right. He whacks that bitch. Oh my God, does that thing drop. But not around here, Jeremy? What do you mean? Head shoot him? Yeah, that'd be fun. Bull, I'm sorry, but my range video I just did, I'm a terrible one for jerking. There you go, Jeremy. 22 yards, not likely, not in Pike County, Illinois. Oh, 22 years, yeah. Yeah, and you're right, Midwest. There is some places that a deer never matures all the way. All right, Saltwater, have a good night, dude. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. They do, Jeremy. If you actually look it up, the oldest recorded deer they figured was aged at 32 years old. They don't live that long around here, I'll tell you that. I think our herd is 6 years and under. We've got a full square, 1.5 mile square. Hi, Josiah. We've got a 1.5 mile square block that we hunt, and we talk to all the neighbors all through season, after season. We age the deer. We haven't had a deer older than 6 years old come out of here in, oh hell, about 10 years now, I want to say. That's not bad. You've got young deer. We really get upset when somebody shoots. Yeah, 32 was a smart deer. I think it was a captive deer, Raymond, to be honest with you, because I don't understand how in the wild a deer could make it that long. That unless it was an area where it didn't have harsh winters or anything like that. We see deer up here that get froze to death. You should too, Raymond. You guys get a lot worse weather than us in the winter. Just like another neat thing, if a snake does not get burrowed in in time and they're still in a tree on a cold, hard frost night, and then it does not heat up above 32 where that snake can freeze, yeah, probably a farm. I've taken snakes, a garter snake, in the dead of winter, hit them against a tree and they shatter. There's no lie. You can look it up. You don't believe me. If a snake freezes solid, you can shatter them. It's just neater than heck. They break into pieces all over. That's terrible, Midwest. It really bothers me when deer die from the reckless hunter, I should say. Hey, Duckmaster. Thanks. Welcome back. It bothers me when a deer dies from reckless or negligence. I'm all about population control. I understand that around here, we feed throughout the winter on the main trail out in the woods. We go through. We have to apply for the permits every year, and then we can dump 50 pounds a day on one trail, and it has to be monitored. The site, the coordinates, everything has to be relayed to the DNR. Yeah, that's terrible, Midwest. Full-time Dream, hello. How's it going, buddy? Thanks for coming in. That's reckless. I don't care if I've got to look for 3 days. If that deer bleeds, I'll find it. I've been told by many people, if you ever watched The Princess Bride, I'm like the prince on there. I can track a falcon on a cloudy day, and I really can. I don't know what it is I picked up. Hey, William Henry, how's it going, buddy? All right, Jeremy, we'll see you in a little bit, bud. Turkey's frozen tree branches. Yes, Bull. Big time. It's one of them things that cold, hard frost, like, shocks their system, and then it's supposed to raise, and then you get a cloudy day where the temperature doesn't raise, you get the wind, it really screws things up. But they freeze solid. It's neater than heck. Yeah, Midwest, that shotgun stuff, I understand it for the population aspect. The pistol, I guess you can go with that too, because in their mind they're set that a pistol won't go over 100 yards, which is a load of BS if you ask me, because I don't know if it's in my pocket even. Let me see if I can get it. I was shooting this at the range. That's a 500 Smith & Wesson cartridge. Right? I'm with you. I'll keep it in my prayers that you produce some elk out of that, and some deer. I think I mentioned it in my last live. I was set up to go out west to get my first elk. I'm 41 years old. Never hunted anywhere but Wisconsin. I was set up to go to Utah, and one of my girlfriend's fiance decided he was going to be a dick and start roughing her up. We put an end to that. So that put... Nice, William Henry. That's awesome. We put an end to him roughing her up, and that, of course, dissolved the relationship. It was just... I don't stand for that shit. Hey, Buckeye, how's it going, bud? JJ, you're back. You'll be out yourself? All right. Good deal. Hey, how's your, now that you're done with security, how's your trapping getting going, rights? Are you doing nuisance still? I just, No, you are blue. Okay, good, JJ. I gave it to you last time you were here in the last live, so I don't know why it didn't stick. It keeps taking Duck Masters away too, so every time I see him, I have to give it to him. I don't understand that, but. And as far as that goes, JJ, we're in the same boat. I really think the people that I give them to are people I can depend on. I have removed some, and my stuff started because my comments were disappearing in Trapper Jay's videos. My comments were disappearing in his live streams. That bothered the shit out of me. So I went through. Obviously, I removed them. I gave them to the people who I really, really got. Hey, Crony, how's it going, bud? I'm. That's another one right there. Crony, I know was blue. I know for a fact. I don't know what the hell is going on with it. I give them to him, it gets taken away. I need to know. The people I got doing it is the biggest thing. The outdoor community, you get genuine people. Plain and simple, if my comments get deleted again, I'll have 3 mods, and that'll be it. It'll be JJ, Mo, and Gidget. I just don't. I can't take it. It personally offends me when I am subscribed to Trapper Jay. I pay monthly to be a member. And when my comments are disappearing and it's looking like I'm not watching them videos and commenting on them and stuff, that really irks me. So, but anyhow, JJ, you said you were getting your crossbow ready and gonna go out on Tuesday. You said that you're getting ready to get out there and start doing some scouting and getting ready to put your stuff in. Do you want to hear that extinguisher? I can go get that and I can hammer on it a few times if you want to hear it. It doesn't have that tinny sound to it. The out tube, yes, Midwest, I'm with you 100% there. There's too much hate in this world. I will tell you right now, I am one of them that used to be angry at everybody all the time. Now I just don't give a shit no more. I'm 41. I've got an income. I don't have to deal with bullshit if I don't want to. And I really don't want to. So, just give me a second. I'm going to run down there and grab that for JJ. I really think he'd like to hear it. I'll be right back. Hold on, guys. I'll set you right here for a second. want a soda? All right.
What?
Nothing. All right, guys. Hey, Flo, how's it going, buddy? Okay, JJ, this is the one I was talking about. It's called the extinguisher. Let's see if it'll focus on that. You got fawn, doe, and buck. Damn it, Flo. Weren't you just having problems with turtles last time you went fishing with Shiner? You got your Carolina got broke off by a turtle. Didn't it? Let's see if I missed anyone else. There's JJ. He's still in here, I hope. That's a good deal, Flo. I got a kick out of that, out of Captain's. When you get that fishing lure, what you're gonna send along with it. That's nice. I'm impressed. But see, Crony, yeah, I don't know why the hell it's doing that. Flo, are you blue? You should be. Let me know if it's there now, Crony. Say something, would ya? I don't know what the hell's going on. Okay, cool. Alright, I hope JJ's still here, but like I said, guys, this is the extinguisher deer call. Your major guys on videos and that are hunting the farms, of course. This is actually plastic out tube wrapped in. Oh, it's working okay. Waiting to build a truck bed camper for your Dodge. That'd be all right. Okay, Flo. Awesome. Thank you. Just like the video, even if you don't, maybe the next one will be better. Okay. But what I was saying here, the fawn is the same as basically any call out there. Okay, Crony. Good. Normal. I mean, it's not, to me, it's not as tinny. Now the doe, this one really, I'm still up in arms about if I like it. Hey, Keltish, how's it going, cheesehead? Now this is the doe. Not bad, I don't think, but I'm still up in arms about that one. Now you get into the buck. That is where you have the most. Wish I had a private farm hunting land, but hunting public land. Hot Wings probably wants to pitch let me. Nice. Okay. Now the buck, you've got quite a range. At the top side, it's back. It still sounds like that doe. But listen to this buck, the true buck. To me, that does not sound as tinny as, you know, your what am I trying to say here? Your Primos callers, your Buck Commander callers, any of that. Now, don't get me wrong, I run the Primos big can for my doe bleeds, and that's non-stop. I run it. Now, if you watch, gas for your Dodge, nice. We'll see when you get back, Crony. Mule deer. Yeah, now, right, is that a 3x3 or just 3-point? Because I know where we were going to Utah for muleys, they had to be a 3x3. For elk, they had to be a 4x4. Otherwise, we couldn't take them. And I'm pretty sure elk is, you're lucky to see a 5x5. So, a bone collector. Okay, right? The bone collectors, I'm not knocking them. But when you blow that, you should hear the, hey, Captain. When you blow on that bone collector, you're going to hear the tinny vibration of that outward tube. 3-point on one side. Okay, so technically it should be a 3x3, but if it's a 3x1, you can still take it as a 4-point. Okay. The muleys that my neighbor used to go shoot, them were in a 2x2 area. Really? They're letting you take that young of an elk rates? That's nuts. How's Captain doing tonight? But I don't know. I haven't seen JJ for a little bit. Maybe he's lurking. But did you guys? What did you think of that call? Does it sound fake and tinny like your standard Primos, or no offense, rates, the bone collectors, or anything like that, where they just got a plastic tube coming out the end that, you know, you can slinky in and out for the sound? Did you hear that, JJ? This call that I did for you? Or were you busy? I'm gonna grab a soda while you guys are, while he says that. Doing good, better, been fishing, but with no such luck, busy with cars. Yeah, I thought you were working on one of your muscle cars, if I'm wrong. Oh, really, right? So they're making you take the younger bucks. I wonder why that is. Because around here, oh, here's a funny little story for you. This last year during deer hunting season, there was a first-time hunter. No offense to females or anything. Wisconsin, a first-time hunter has to be under the mentorship program now. So no matter if you have your... Yeah, I hear you, right. No matter how... Yeah, satellite. That's a nice little car. JJ, can you hear me, bud? What I'm saying though, I totally lost my train of thought now. Now we went to engines and trucks and cars, and I've just lost. Hold on, let me see if I can find it in the chat. Okay, the 3 points. Now, generally in them elk, they don't want you to take a spike unless it's a call elk. And that you're only going to be able to have a call elk on a farm, because in the natural Timber Hill, thank you if you're in here. I appreciate it. Yeah. Oh, our youth. Okay. Our mentorship program. Your first, thank you, Raymond. Your first year out hunting, you are required to go with someone. Even if you have hunter safety, even if you don't have somebody to go with, you will be assigned someone. Yeah, that's about it, Midwest. Yeah, I bet, Crony. You have to go out with someone. You can't just, hey CP, you can't just go out on your own, even if you have hunter safety your first year. It is required now that you... Timber Hill, hey, how's it going, buddy? I saw you shared me. Thank you. You're required now to go with a mentor. There's a reason behind it. Now, this last year, We have very, very few elk in Rusk County. Hey, Timber, saying hi to everybody. Usually the elk that do come through Rusk County are passing through, going from the north to the south. They go about 100 miles south of us here, or 75 miles south of us, and then they come back up north to winter. Clam Lake for us is huge with the elk population. That's where they were released, where they're trying to grow the population. Right now, Wisconsin gives out 5 kill tags for elk per year, and then 5 to the Indians. Which I've got nothing wrong with that. You know, it is technically, you're getting into the reservation land, so I mean, it is. It's ideal for them. And then one of the 5 that they give out, or they raffle off, goes to the Elk Foundation to raffle off for another chance to win or whatnot. It's a way for the Elk Foundation and the state of Wisconsin to raise money for more elk. But what the deal is there, is, like I was saying, very few elk come through Rusk County. When they do, it's not a good deal. This year, with as late as the rut was, we had a brand new hunter. I'll only let you guess what she did. Needless to say, a lot of homeless or struggling people were eating elk. She got all jacked up. She was out there all by herself. 2 elk stepped out. She shot them both, thinking they had enough tags. I don't know how the flip you cannot tell your first year out even be the difference between a whitetail and a damn elk. They threw the book at her. How's it going, Wyatt? Thanks for coming in, buddy. If you can't tell the damn difference between a elk and a white-tailed deer, you shouldn't be frickin' hunting. You just shouldn't. It's just complete horseshit. No, like I said, yeah, she shot both of them, Tom. Look it up in Rusk County here. It was 2 of them. Hey, Trapper Tales, how's it going, buddy? Thanks for coming in. You'll be hunting elk tomorrow. Good deal.
It wouldn't be in Rusk County, it would be in Sawyer County.
It was in Sawyer?
I'm pretty sure, because that's where elk is.
Okay, hey, Cheesehead, take a look. It was either Rusk County or Sawyer County. Either way, there was a big article. They threw the damn book at her over it. Something like a $2,000 initial fine, and then she was going to court on it. So, to find out what her total fines would be. It turned into a shit show real fast because be sure your target and beyond. I guess her story was she shot them both in the brush. I don't want someone out in the woods that's going to shoot in the brush. I really don't. I will shoot a deer for her and give it to her. I think that's horseshit. If you can't tell elk the size of a frickin' horse, and you shoot that son of a bitch thinking it's a white-tailed deer, what the hell goes through your frickin' head? I understand it was her first year, but yeah, Tubby, it does. Or why that it does. Now, the place that so I don't hurt. Oh, yeah, that's true, Midwest. I can't afford an accident either, but I only shoot once. If the deer doesn't drop right in its tracks, I missed it. because I go right behind the ear and the base of the skull. That's where I shoot all my deer. I don't, with being disabled, I don't want to drag them. And honestly, my damn side-by-side doesn't make... Yeah, exactly, Cheesehead. That's horseshit. That's just horseshit. But where I get my meat processed, you can check it out. Whiskey Ridge up in Radisson, Wisconsin. We haul our deer up there every year. And... Exactly, Midwest. Kind of different. I mean, I understand it was her first year, but damn it, my wife went out her first year and she knew what a damn whitetail was. I mean, it's just unreal. It bothers me to this day. The only thing that gives me some light at the end of the tunnel on the case that really writes, that wouldn't go over well here. I know Tom will know about it. You guys would probably have to research it. You should have heard about it possibly. I think it's been 12 years now. Chai Vang went completely berserk and hunted down and killed 7 of the 9 hunters on the land he was trespassing on. That's a whole another story. It was one of my wife's friends hunting, or one of my wife's family friends hunting party, and I knew the guy from buying vehicles from him. Oh, I bet, Wrights. They did not shoot at him, Bull. He said, oh, shot at you, okay. What Chai Vang's excuse was they were using racial slurs. And, okay. You know what I'm talking about, Tom. Now we had to bury 7 awesome people. People that wouldn't use racial slurs. People that had an image to uphold in the public eye. We buried them because he was trespassing and he didn't want to get caught. They made the mistake of saying they were calling the sheriff. He hunted down 7 out of the 9 hunters. The other 2 got shot. So 9 of them got shot. 2 made it out. I never want to be in that situation. I never, ever. Yeah, trappers' tales and trails, or trails and tales. I believe it. Yeah, rates. That's the way to do it. In Wisconsin here, rates. You can take a AR combo out, 308, whatever caliber you want, really. You're not allowed to carry over a 5-shot magazine. It's against the law. It don't matter what your normal capacity magazines are. Like my AR will hold a 30-round clip. The smallest I got is a 10-round magazine. Not a clip, I'm sorry. He hunted them with a SKS. And he was a hell of a shot. So that's the only comfort any of us took from that, was that it was over fast for him. He didn't wound them, besides the 2 that did get away. It was lights out instantly. He shot most of them in the neck or head. That shit don't fly out here. I tell you right now, when that all went down, I think it was 10 to 12 years ago, Tom, you might know a little better. Yeah, I hear you, Captain. I'm sorry. I called them clips for a lot of years. I was up at my local sports shop here in town, and I was telling him how I had 10-shot clip for my pistol. He reached up and cuffed me in the back of the head. This is a good friend of mine, Nianson. He shot 7 trespassers Midwest. I'm sorry, not me. No, God, no. The man's name was Chai Vang. He was, I don't remember his nationality, but, a Hmong. He said they were calling him slant eye, a bunch of other racial slurs. The people got shot, Captain. The people got shot. It was a hunting group that hunted in the Blue Hills. They had a nice cabin, real outstanding guys. All right, Wyatt, thank you for coming in, buddy. I appreciate it. The man, the Chai Vang trespassed. You stay safe and healthy too, Wyatt, and be careful at work. The man was trespassing. He actually crossed a 40 acres before he got into their private land that was posted, everything like that. His footprints walked right up to a posted sign in the snow. He walked right up to that sign and went through the fence anyhow. And supposedly they were yelling as a group racial things at him, so he started shooting everybody. 9 of the hunters on that property that came to look, what are all these gunshots for, all this stuff, they ended up getting shot. 9 of them got shot, 2 of them made it out with their life. 7 were killed that day in a matter of an hour. That's rough. You know, just think about it. And rights, I know you understand from being pinned down. The next year you go in the woods, you carry a lot of ammo on you. I carried a 45 and a 9mm that next year, and that probably wouldn't even saved me. He's in prison for the rest of his life, Captain. Look up Chai Vang, Sawyer County articles. You'll find it. It was a complete shit show. My wife's close family friend was one of them that got shot and made it out with his life. He worked at the Ford dealership in Rice Lake, Wisconsin here. Great guy. I've known him for probably 15 years. I think I bought one of my F-150s, I bought my F-250 from him. But yeah, take a look, Captain. I know you're good with computers, so you'll find it. It wouldn't be hard. Chai Vang. And now, as bad as this sounds, it used to be we got flooded with Minneapolis and Eau Claire Hmong people, because like I said before, Rusk County per capita, we have the largest group of hunters. Yeah, I bet, Bull. That's nifty, Crony. Yeah, I don't know. This all happened, I want to say at least 8 to 12 years ago. It's been a long ass time. But there was no reason for that. But Rusk County has the largest hunter, I don't know how to say it. We have the most hunters per capita in the state of Wisconsin because we have so much county land. Rusk County, then Sawyer County, they butt up together. There, there's shit tons of county land here, and it produces big deer and a lot of deer. Now, it used to be, you know, back in the 90s, we would go over to Bruce or Rice Lake or Cornell or Cadott, and you'd see deer in the back of trucks, but you always see, oh, that's great, Crony. You would always see a group of Hmong hunters with a pickup load of deer. They worked their asses off to get that meat. I'm proud of that. I'm glad they did. Yeah, 2004 sounds about right, Captain. I believe that sounds about right. 6 were killed, 2 wounded. I could have swore it was 7. No, yeah, 6 were killed, 3 wounded then, because I know he got shot by one of the sheriff or the DNR agents that came out. When they're going after him, he started shooting at cops and DNR and everybody. They had airplanes out, helicopters out, 6 to 8 game wardens, county sheriffs. They threw everything they could into this mess to find him. Yeah, that was pretty wicked, Captain. Chai Vang, Crony. Captain, you can correct me. I believe it's Chai Vang, correct? Yeah, 2004. And I don't mean to. I'm not trying to bash the guy. I'm not trying to bash the incident. I'm just saying, we had that shit. Last year we had a woman shoot 2 elk. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, the first thing they teach you in hunter's education, be sure of your target and beyond. Always treat every gun as if it were loaded. Chai Su Vang, okay, yeah. What the fuck happened to them days? There is no big hunting groups anymore. I can remember, 10 years old making deer drives with a group of 20 to 25 guys. I carried a stick. My first 2 years of deer hunting, I carried a stick and I hit trees and shit. Yeah, it was no claim. It was no self-defense, Cap. That was, he went out to murder them. Self-defense would be 1 or 2. Hey, MBA. How's it going, Roland? Thanks for coming in, buddy. That was not self-defense. And any ethical hunter, trapper, fisherman, we've all done illegal shit. You can't, nobody can do it without doing something illegal. Even if it was just a very, very minor infraction, illegal's illegal. That's all there is to it. But you know what? That was too far. Being unsure of what an elk and a white-tailed deer is, you shouldn't be in the woods. And it's every year we get at least 1 or 2. Ramsey, how's it going, buddy? Thanks for coming in. I'm with you, Cap, but I have to say that yeah, Tom, that's the truth. Cap, I can't. Even though he did that, I don't know what demons he was fighting. What mentally was wrong with him at the time when it happened. That sounds good there, JJ. Did you hear that call when I was doing it for you? Okay. It's just, you like the sound of it? Good deal. It comes with an instructional DVD that you have to play on your computer, I believe, because it will not work in a DVD player. It's a CD-ROM. But I don't know what demons that man had. I don't know what convinced him that it was right to shoot these people. But yeah, if you catch me on the street and you bring it up, I'll bash the hell out of the guy. That was wrong. I can understand if you were shot at, shooting back. If it was multiple rounds. I've been shot at deer hunting. I got shot one year deer hunting. Accidents happen. But damn it, we're required to wear 50% blaze orange or greater for hunting season. You can't tell me you can't frickin' see it. And legally, the law requires you to replace your orange when 50% of the color is faded out. Right, that is the extinguisher. Hang on one second. Where the hell is it here? Okay. All it's called is the extinguisher. Let's see if that comes up there. I hope you can see that. And it's a 3-level call. You got your fawn on top, doe, and look at how much more room you get with the buck. Hey, Kennedy Crew, thanks for coming in, fella. Nice to meet you. But that's I always call it the Black Max extinguisher. I know they do come in camo. Yeah, Kennedy, this is a great call. I don't know if you've never heard them. I'll let you hear the buck. To me, they don't sound as tinny. The doe, I'm still undecided about because you've got a little room to play there, but now that's out of the extinguisher. Here's your Primos grunt can. Mad Rut Call, yeah, by Drury. Drury has some good calls. I used to run them non-stop, but I got rid of them. Now, your doe bleats should not be long. Thank you, JJ. Your doe bleats should be no more than 2 seconds in length. The problem with these cans is everybody gets these sons of bitches and they do this. They let the whole tone go out. That you can't do that. Hang on one second. I'm sorry. I got to turn this all my stuff down. There. That's actually a warning call. Not many know that. You don't believe me? Look it up. It'll tell you flat out in Drury, yeah, whatever. Primos, look it up on YouTube. Any good hunter will tell you if you tip that can and let the whole thing run, it's actually a warning call. You should be quick. You just want that little, just enough to stop and get their attention. I usually hit the doe bleat, slide this down into the buck, and usually a burp, burp, burp. And that's it. then I wait at least half hour to 40 minutes, 45 minutes. Then I'll hit it again. If I don't see nothing, then I'll hit it again in 45 minutes. Now I've been busted calling deer, and I'll be looking out all over the heckin' all over the darn place, and boom. Yeah, it is a warning call, JJ. Now there's also another call. I'd have to find the video and put it up, or somehow share it. There's actually another. If you put the regular bone collector, Primos, Drewy, if you put any of them up on the doe bleat and you hammer on it, I don't mean try to call them, I mean just wail on the fawn bleat, not the doe. If you wail on that fawn bleat, that is a distress call. That will bring does in a heartbeat. They come running, and they come startled and ready to fight. I think my chat froze. Kayleen, can you pull this up and see if my chat's froze? I think it is, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, nope, there it went. I had a buck walk away, and I tipped that can. The buck turned on a dime and came back. It is, Tom, but no, the full rip of the big can, the great big can this one is. I've got the medium, the middle can, and the small can also. Oh shit, now we jumped hard. You've seen it firsthand. Yeah, it does. It's amazing, Kennedy. If you've seen that, it's just something awesome. You have Jello in. What the hell's that got to do with hunting? It is a good coyote locator call too, yes. Now, if you ever look up the Isotech GC500 collar with the critter, they call it, or... Yeah, I bet you, Bull. I've never tried calling a bear with that. It'll get pretty much anything out there's attention. You start wailing on that fawn bleat, and they come. And they come fast. I've had does that come through, and you don't do nothing because they're already coming through. Yeah, Kennedy, that's the damn truth of it, though. You get that fawn bleat and you wail on it. I mean, blow as hard as you can. It should it should sound like a baby crying, but a baby deer, a fawn crying, like almost like a human. Quick, short cries, but loud. They will come with their tails up, and they come in. They're ready to frickin' fight. Oh, I hear you, Crony. Okay. But it's not. It's one of them things that you get the does coming, yes, so you can feel your doe tags, but you're gonna scare every frickin' buck in a half-mile square radius. I mean, or half-mile radius. I'm sorry, not square. It's disturbing. It really... Alright, Crony. It gets their attention so fast, so hard, and so well. But it will scare every buck within a half-mile radius. It's just... They're gone. They don't give a shit about fawns. They don't want nothing to do with fawns unless they're in rut. Then they're going to try to breed the does, the fawn does, or they're going to fight the nubbin bucks. And, you know, a nubbin buck will 99.9% of the time back down. But I've seen them go head-to-head with 8-pointers and 6-pointers. Like I was saying at the beginning of the stream, I have had 6 different deer, 6 different bucks last year video clips of them fighting. It would take some time. I could pull it out of the cloud and put it up, but it's just disturbing how you can toy with even a damn animal's emotions to where you can create that distress in, you can create that distress in a doe's ear that a fawn's dying, even though you're at the fall end, or you're in the rut season, or in the beginning of bow season. You can do it too, of course. You can create that distress to make that doe come running. It's wicked. Now, bucks, like I said, you're going to scare every one of them. You will. They'll be gone. A good way to do that, if you got a couple of guys out there that aren't seeing nothing, 9 bucks chased one doe last year at the beginning of rut. Yeah, that's very, very feasible there, Kennedy. It's amazing. Like I said, you're perfect. The DNR's perfect to God ratio, or perfect to their ratio, is $5 or 5 does per 1 buck. A buck is supposed to be able to breed back 10 does before it's pooped out. Mind you, the big bucks aren't doing that. They're hitting 15, 20 does, as many as they can, and they will kill a small buck for that territory. I've seen it happen several times. I've gone out and a buck, little buck that. Okay, Kennedy, I'm almost with you there. My calls, I like to use them in the beginning of bow season just to get their attention a little. Rattling I don't do until the end of the first month of bow season. Still buffing. We'll watch later, going over. All right, Bull. I appreciate it. You have a good night. I'm sorry it's buffering so bad. I see I'm losing people anyhow. So either I'm not interesting anymore or some shit. But we'll go back. Them 2 elk were that got shot this last year. They went straight to a food pantry. Whiskey Ridge in Radisson, Wisconsin took them in, processed them for free, and gave them to the food pantries. They said that roughly 35 families would get close to 100 pounds of meat. To me, that's pretty awesome. You know, and the bitch of it is, yeah, they donated the time to cut and wrap and all that. They donated all that for the food pantries. Yeah, I hear you, Kennedy. They donated every bit of them 2 elk that got shot. What upsets me about the whole situation is they only come through a couple times a year, and to have her whack and stack 2 of them, that's not even cool, man. That just sucks. But yeah, they donated them. 35 families would have meat for Christmas. They guaranteed them deer to be in the food pantry's hands, or them elk, that guaranteed them to be in the food pantry's hands the first week of December. That gave them 1 week to process 2 elk completely. They even went as far as to grind it and double grind it for the people. You ready for deer season? Yeah, Crony, I missed deer camp too. 3 times in your life, that's it, Crony? Wow. I think I've been... Well, this summer was a bad one, of course. A lot of campgrounds were shut down. We couldn't get in. So, bitch, if it is, you're all hooked up, ready to go. You drive 75 miles. They're closed. You come back home. There, no rest for the wicked. You just go. So, But yeah, they donated all them deer, and for just knowing that, yeah, it is good to give back, Kennedy. Just to know that those people were going to have meat for Christmas, regardless if anybody else helped them out. Because around here, generally, if you can, we donate, or the businesses donate every family that needs it. They get either a 10-pound ham or a 10-pound turkey. There's one family in our church that we buy all their Christmas groceries for. They have 6 kids. Both mom and dad are home. Both mom and dad work. But damn it, that's a lot of mouths to feed. 8 people at Christmas. So last year we got them a 14-pound bird, 15-pound ham, and stuffing. That's awesome, Crony. You're just a Dodge man through and through, aren't you? You have 6 kids, Kennedy. Okay. I'm not bashing nobody that has a lot of kids, but that's just our little way of giving back at Christmas time. Then we also donate to Secret Santa. I'm not rich, but when I broke my back in 2014, we had angels that year that somehow they found out that I was injured bad and I couldn't hardly walk or move or none of that shit. My family got new boots, everybody got a new pair of good boots. We all got snow pants or snow bibs of a sort. Like, of course, I got Walls. My son, or no, I'm not Walls. I'm sorry. Carhartts, bibs and jacket. My son and I got. My wife got a pair of snow pants. My daughter got a pair of snow pants. We got new jackets, all of us. We got 2 sweatshirts each and 5 t-shirts each. I mean, these people spent close to $5,000 on our family. It's the only way I can give back. I don't know who it was. I wish I did. I would do anything. But they said, no matter what, that they could not be revealed. Hey, take care, Cheesehead. I know you're up at 4, so you have a good night and get some sleep, buddy. I'm going to be going off here after a while anyhow. Mo's going to go live tonight, hopefully. So when she gets home, she's going to jump back in, and then we're going to go over there and watch her, hopefully. But for them to do that, whoever it was, it meant more to me than anybody will ever know. Yeah, He does do good work, man. He really does. God works in mysterious ways, because we've asked our family, who the hell turned us in? How did they find out that we were down and out? I mean, in August 1st of 2014, I lost my life. I lost $100,000+ a year job. I had a new dump truck at the time that was custom built. I had a new business owner. I had capital. I had insurance. I had all this shit. Selling my truck to my business partner was the best damn decision I ever made. Because, hey, Gidget. There you go, honey. We lost everything that year. We had 120 in the bank. We had my truck We had, my wife was working. My wife ended up taking 2 more jobs. Thank you, Rights. Hey, Fossil Creek, how's it going, buddy? And then after everything was said and done, we broke even. Brian, how's it going tonight, bud? We broke even. But that's after paying for a $500,000 frickin' back surgery. What I was left with, because I didn't have insurance, I was self-employed. What I was left was with 2 ambulance bills. The ride to the hospital when they scraped me out of the ditch, and then from that hospital to the next hospital. Well, I don't know there, Kennedy, maybe. Good deal, Brian. That's all I had left to pay. And of course, the ambulance services, up in our area, there isn't, like, the county don't do it. The hospital don't do it. They actually hire a company from the bigger city, Milwaukee and Madison, that sends paramedics up here to do Yodi. There you go. They send paramedics up here to do that job, and it works out well. So after, I think it was right around $780,000 worth of bills for my truck, the surgery, the time in the hospital, the second time I had to stay in the hospital, everything. All I was left was $3,000 in ambulance rides, which, and they were more than understanding. They knew I didn't have a job. I lost my job when I broke my back on the way to work that morning. I couldn't go to work, so they understood that my truck might have been sitting. It wasn't. My business partner found a guy right away, which turned out to be a whole nother mess. He did a lot of damage. And then he just bought my truck outright. The sale of my truck and the money we had in the bank saved, we were able to pay everything off except for the 2 ambulance rides, which $3,000 ain't shit. My wife ended up working 3 jobs to get us by for 3.5 years. 2 years. Hey Logan, how's it going, buddy? Thanks for coming in. For 2 years straight, I was right here in my recliner. I had a different one, of course. I've gone through a few. But I couldn't hardly walk without help. And that's one of the hardest things to learn in life at 35 years old, learning to walk again. That'll really take your pride level out of play. Sorry. It really, it's rough on a guy to take something you've known for 35 years and have to learn it all over again like a 6 to 8 to 12 month old baby. You just can't do it. And it's very painful. Very painful. But it was worth it, because you know what? God lets me see my children every day. And my wife. I don't give a shit what happens. As long as I can see them every day, I don't need anything else. I'm happy. I get to hunt. I get to fish all I want. I hear you, Crony. That's awesome. You were saying that in CPs that you're going to get that job at a tire shop. That's awesome. Hey, you should talk to Shiner, Rob. He runs a tire shop in Florida there. Might have some advice for you. I'm sure you know how to do shit, but might have some extra advice for you. Exactly, Gidget. Yeah, it's something else. Yeah, well, you both know then it's a frickin' bitch. I mean, I think it was more painful having to sit up in bed, right, out of breaking my back. Because I spent 4 days in bed not moving to do anything because, of course, I was waiting on my prosthetic. I was waiting on, a little bit of therapy to learn how to move. Once I got the prosthetic, the turtle shell, the plastic cage over me, and they had that tightened up, there was no bending. There still isn't a lot of bending, but I can bend. But like you guys said, I hear you, crony. That'll be all right. But to learn to walk is something you don't want to ever do in your life. It's a good thing you learn at a young age, because when you're old and set in your ways and you're trying to get up to walk and it puts you in so much pain that you black out, it's messed up. It is just messed up. And I had to learn to walk to go home from the hospital. I went home in the prosthetic, and then 3 months of Gidget. They couldn't prove it, but I think they knew I was fucked up in the head. But I hit the ceiling and left my head imprint. I hit the windshield and left my head imprint almost through it. And then my steering wheel, I folded over tight against my dash. They asked me if I was wearing my seatbelt, and of course I can't remember yay or nay. But I want to say that I was, because of this. At the time, the sand plant... Me too, Brian. I had to do it in a walker. I only got the wheelchair to leave the hospital. Otherwise, it was walk with a walker. You're going to learn. But it's just something you never want to do. Now I forgot what the hell I was saying. I want to say I was wearing my seatbelt for this simple reason. It had been exactly 3 weeks at the time since the sand plant I was hauling into mandated seatbelts. If you got caught one time without a seatbelt, it was a $75 fine. 2 times without a seatbelt was $350. Third time, you never worked there again. You were fired off the job. You would never get your truck or another contract there to work there. I don't know if you looked on Instagram yet today, Raymond. I posted a picture on there of everything. I've got 8 screws, 2 14-inch rods, and it's a total of 5 vertebrae fused together in the middle of my back, centered on T10. So it's right at the bottom of my thoracic spine, starting my lumbar spine. So the first 2 vertebrae in my lumbar spine and the 3 in the bottom of my thoracic spine is where I'm fused. Yeah, Cronian, I spent 9 hours on the operating table for my back surgery, because I went 3 months doing their doctoring and x-rays and all that shit. Well, the very last x-ray they make you take before you leave the hospital after 3 months is you bend over or you lean forward, and then they take an x-ray of you from the side to show how your backbone is, your vertebrae are flexing in there. And I broke the hold on. Okay, sorry. I broke the front half of T10 completely off. Yeah, Gidget, I don't always wear a seatbelt now because I'm just afraid of the damage it'll do. But I do most of the time. But I broke the front half of T10. Oh wow, Brian, that's horrible. I broke the front half of T10 off. So what's in there now? If you look on Instagram at the pictures, they actually stacked little metal cages, staggered them in there. I think there's 5 or 6 of them in that, where to hold them 2 vertebrae apart. I lost 2.5 inches of height in the accident, and the compression, and that final X-ray. When I leaned forward, I was 2 centimeters or 2. I'll have to look, but it's either 2 centimeters or 2 millimeters away from severing my spinal cord, which I would have been paralyzed then from the waist down, or the middle of my back down, I should say. Shit happens. I mean, they didn't know. They thought it was healed. Hey, Crony, that's awesome. Thank you. I really appreciate that. They fused it. They put them little cages in there. And to fill the cages and get my height back, he said he had to put one hand on my shoulder, one on my butt, or on the back of on the front of my leg by my hip, and put his knee straight in my back and push forward. That I was able to get 1.5 inches of height back. I'm still an inch shorter. I was 6'4" going into the accident. I am 6'3" now, or a little over 6'3". Welcome back, Midwest. It was quite the traumatic event, and my wife ended up with bursitis. Basically, her knees got screwed up. She could still walk, everything like that, but she can't kneel on her knees. It really screws them up. It hurts real bad. So they got that, and then they put them little cages in there, like 5 or 6 of them, and they did the front. They went in from the front first to do that cages, where the front half of T10, and they took, I want to say 2 or 4 ribs out, and they ground them up to make bone paste. But to get the pasty part, I guess, they actually cut the top of my right hip off and went in down between the bone halves of my hip and scooped out the bone marrow to put in the mixture to make the bone paste. And then they ground it all up, and then they stuck it in them little cages and kept stacking them in, filling them all the way up, so that became solid joint there. And then they packed the whole thing more with more bone paste to create a bone. Then after they did that, they flipped me over on the operating table and went in from the back and put the 8 screws in. And they did not put screws in T10 because, of course, that was the one that I broke the front half off. And I had broken T9 also in the crash. But it's one of them things that it wasn't as bad as T10, of course. It was broke, but I was already going to be in the body cast and all that shit or the turtle shell, the prosthetic. I was already going to be in that for 3 months anyhow, so they figured T9 would heal up. Okay, whatever. I went through that, did the x-rays, they called me in, I went back. They told me they had to set up the surgery to fuse it all. You know, and that they give you a month almost because they're... Yeah, right, Duck Slayer. Unreal. That's unreal, Brian. But then they went in from the back and put in the 8 screws above and below T10, and then attach the two 14-inch rods in there. And then they took the rest of that bone paste, the top of my hip that they cut off, they ground that up too, and I think 2 or 3 more ribs. So out of the 4 they took out, they used them all. Yeah, tick bite, that sucks. Yeah, that would be maybe, Brian. But then they ground all that up, and everything around them screws and rods is all packed with bone material. So basically, I have the length of your average person's forearm in the middle of my back now as a bone. It's all solid. So you know, you learn to bend different. You learn to squat to pick up shit, stuff like that. You learn ways around it, and you kneel down to pick up stuff like that. Shitty experience in my life, really shitty experience, but shit happens, just like I said. I'm sorry guys, I'm going a little crazy here. I'm gonna go grab a cigarette. I'm gonna take you with me, but only imagine healing your own bone being ground up. Yeah, and the bone marrow is the key to that there, Crony. The bone marrow is what makes it actually use the blood that's coming into it. It actually makes it become a bone. And it actually gets harder than your average bone. You know, your bones have blood and marrow and stuff like that. So your bones, in a sense, are soft, if you know what I mean. Now, what they fuse together, that's solid. There is no blood in it, nothing. It is just like setting up plaster and letting it dry hard, is the way they told me. Yeah, it is, Gidget. I'm very happy to be here. Exactly, Brian. God took good care of us both. Hey, Cody, how's it going, buddy? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate the hell out of it. Hey, NKR, how's it going, buddy? Now, that's another one, guys. If you don't have After 5, what are you waiting on? You get a weekly report for the fishing report in northern Minnesota. Right now, they're really tripping my trigger with the bear hunting they're doing. Which, Cody, did I miss a video? Did you just turn out another one, or did I watch that? I know, was it Andy with the bow got one? But I thought there was another one of you and your buddy. I can't remember. All right, thanks there, Gidget. I bet. Who am I missing there? Thomas Jordan, thanks for coming in, buddy. You guys ought to check out his video too. Thomas Jordan there. He's got a couple of hiking videos up and a couple other videos, but he just put one out today that it's a beautiful hike. It's a hell of a good hike. Gidget, would you mind running After 5 and Thomas Jordan for sure? Oh, there you go. You're already doing it. Cool. Thank you, hon. Monday was the last. Another one is coming Monday. Okay. Now, do you remember, did I comment on it? Because that would have meant I watched. I can look it up too. If I missed it, I'll watch it again. Been dead 3 times. Had 6 foot. Have intestines taken, hit by lightning. And hit with a 9,000 volts. Holy shit. That sucks. After 5, it's buffering for everyone through YouTube. I'm sorry. Oh, thank you there. It's buffering for everyone After 5. It's just a pain in the butt. Ever since Friday, YouTube did another update with their algorithm, and they also did another update with their operating system. Ever since then, everybody's had problems. Oh, I hear you, Crony. I've been hit pretty hard too with them. Oh, it's After 5? Okay, cool. Thank you. All I see is there's Thomas Jordan's. Okay. Hey, Mark, you're back. Thanks for coming back. Yeah, Thomas, grab up After 5. You're gonna love that. Any of these channels, if you don't have them, say something and Gidget will run them. After 5. Okay, he's blue. Yeah, I hear your rights. I knew you were in the war. You're a veteran. But yeah, it's one of them things that. Yeah, I hear you, crony. It's one of them things that you really makes you think about life. And I think the worst part is learning to be alone. I'm alone all day long. That's why, yeah, you see me on a lot of live streams and a lot of videos. I'm commenting and liking it and stuff like that. Is because, yeah, I've got time. I get up at 4 or 5 in the morning. I watch videos till about 10 o'clock, and then I'm out. I've got plenty of stuff to do to get ready for this graduation party coming up. So, it's all good. But, yeah, NKR, they can run yours. It's no big deal. Yeah, he's working his butt off there, Fossil, or Brian. But yeah, it's one of them things that I get to go hunting every year. I get to fish every year. Oh, I hear ya, crony. That's a bitch. But running ragged. Wait a minute. What happened here? Did he ask it again? Not Ohio this year, Brian. I was going to, but with the graduation party I can't. Next year in Missouri though, I will be there. Hey, thanks, Mark. I got them. I think they're like $25 if you want one. I can have them make you one. I'm trying to get them to see. I run all fitted hats. I don't like I like the clean look. So if you do throw it on backwards in the boat or anything like that, it's a clean look. But if you want one, get a hold of me on Instagram and I'll get you one. I can get you the trucker style too. Them are a little cheaper. Them are only like $20. So anybody that wants them, I can get it. Oh yeah, Gidget, you know what to do with that. Just take it out. I'm sorry, too many times in every stream. Or JJ, just make it disappear. My big thing is like I said before, and I'll say it a lot, I get to see my family. I'm here every day. I wake up. My daily routine is usually I'm up by 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. However, the night lets me sleep till. Gidget, I got shirts too if you really want, sweetie. Just get a hold of Chris. Or let me know and I can get you one. I think the shirts he said are 25. Pretty much in all sizes up to 2X. All the way up to 2X is 25. Beyond that is 35. Something with supplies. I got my shirts here, the same thing here. Section 8 Outdoors. And then if you see the very beginning of this, I might be able to pull it up here. Hold on one second. That right there, that's my logo on the back up at the upper right hand corner. Oh, a club for lightnings. Yeah, are you going down there, Brian? Are you going to Ohio? I don't remember what you said in the live. Yeah, they're running a marathon tomorrow, aren't you? Yeah. So that'll be all right. Hey, thanks, Thomas. That I actually had Chris make also. He asked me what I was into, and I told him I didn't want nothing fancy or flashy or anything like that, and that's what he came up with. On the front is just the Section 8, that's one logo. And then that one up in the upper right hand corner, if it's still there, it's here on my side, but hey, Rig came in? I missed it. Rig, how's it going, buddy? Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. You'll be there? Awesome. I wanted to go to Ohio. Stuff just didn't work out. I've got this graduation party coming up October 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Or 2nd and 3rd for sure. That's alright, Rig. Oh, done with Bible study. Yeah. That's why I go live Wednesdays, is because my wife is actually teaching Sundays, or midweek Sunday school to the kids. She's a preschool teacher, and so she does it at church also. And they don't have nothing going on for the adults, so I don't go. But you're doing good. Good deal. Yeah, Gidget, I hope you just took care of that, please. I understand what you're saying 100%. It's been said many, many times to that. And now he's just got to deal with what's happening. Everywhere he goes is going to happen. Yeah, I hear you, Crony, and CP he'll work to get you there. He'll work to get you there. What I'm gonna do, I'll pull your channel after we're done here, and I'll throw it on Instagram on the story. Another one I want to run is After 5 again, and Rig, Gidgets. I've got a few to take care of. Pit stop break. Okay, we'll see you in a few, Brian. But like I was saying, my wife does preschool. She's a preschool teacher. So she takes care of... Oh, she's just getting home now. Yeah, old Crony's trying to grow, you guys. So he's got to get up to 300, and then he'll come on live screen. He'll do a live. So... One other question I wanted to ask everybody, since I got a few in here. Hey, good deal, Mark. I'll be there. I should be there. Sundays are kind of tight for me, but I will try my damnedest to be there again. I know last Sunday I didn't make it in because I was just busier than busy all day and all night. But this Sunday I'll make sure I'm in there for you guys. A teacher and a pastor. Believe it or not, Rig, I used to be a pastor too. I don't do it anymore. I still retain my lay rights, my lay ministry rights, but I don't do it anymore. I just can't. Hi.
Hi.
Oh, whoops! Sorry, guys. My wife didn't. She just came home. Oh, now you're changing your story, Crony. You show your face. We see your face in the... No, we haven't seen it in a video, have we? Well, hell. Yeah, Rig, it'd be something we'd talk about privately, but not on here. I'd be happy to converse with you, but not here. What did Midwest say? I gotta see this. Oh, jeez. But yeah, this, getting back to the main reason for the live tonight, guys. Deer season's coming. It's here for us, but it's coming real close. A few more months, we'll be in We'll be in, oh, really, Rig? That's wicked. We'll be in rifle season here before we know it. We're already getting down at night, like I said, to the frost warnings and stuff like that. I've got a tree frog. Amazing he hasn't raised any hell yet. Is usually when I'm out on the porch, he's just bellowing away. He's living in my porch here. I'm not going to kick him out. I put water out for him and stuff once in a while. Every 2 to 3 days, he'll get fresh water. But he's usually bitching because with it getting this cold at night, he's moved just inside the door, and he's still eating all the bugs that are by our yard or our front door light. So it's kind of funny. Rig, we are actually in bow season already. We started Saturday morning at 6 a.m. I hear you, crony. You do what's comfortable. That's all I can say. I swore I would never do a live stream or anything like that. Trapper J said just get over it. Yeah, now you're talking my language, crony. I actually pull with a 1941 John Deere, hopped up on a little bit of snooze. I do the antique tractor pulling during the summer usually. But with bow season being here in Wisconsin already, opening last Saturday, that's more of a drive to, like, tomorrow I'm going out with my blind, my chainsaw, a couple other things. I got a bunch to clean up around my stand, where I put my stand and stuff. I'm going to drop several trees that are, in the way, that should be out of the way, really. You don't have to be shy, crony. You just go with the flow. People are going to love it. I mean, we're here to support. That's all we are. Yeah, Rig, with the fact that bow season's here for us already, it's got me real bad with the itch. I need to be out there in the woods. It's so sad that I still got a party tent to put up and everything like that for the graduation. Once that's done, I'll be gone until the day of the graduation party. And then after that, I'll be out there until rifle season hits. I don't give a shit if I see something or not. I'm just out there spending the time. To be out in nature and hoping something comes in and raising whatever hell you can, it's a good deal. Rifle starts 17 October. That's a good deal, right? How long does that run for you? Yeah, it's going to be one of them things. This year, I'm going to push hard to get a decent deer with my bow. Raymond's still looking and lurking. That's awesome. I think that'd be nice. And my big thing is I always shoot them with usually only about 15 minutes left. Yeah, Mark, I hear you. I'm excited to do some trapping this fall too. This year is going to be, I think it's going to be mostly knocking down coyotes with the rifles. Then I'm going to, next year, not a clue, still watching too, or Captain is. Good deal. I'm very excited for this year. Not so much just for the hunting aspect, as I can't wait for the camaraderie of the guys when they get up here. The whole hunting crew gets up here. It's going to be a lot of fun this year. It really is. So I'm excited for that. Seeing the friends and the guys getting together and coming around. I don't know about that, JJ. I went 13 years before I shot a deer. Or, wait. Yeah, I hunted 13 years before I shot my first deer. I never missed. 2 weeks, nothing for 5 days, and elk starts, but bear and cougar is open. That's all right. It gives you a chance. Do you shoot or do you hunt cougar at all there, Rights? Just got my crossbow, compound bow, and recurve set in. Good deal, Rig. That is a good deal. I kind of noticed you don't do videos. You do after the hunt live, and that's unique. That's pretty cool. I that is unique. I like that. Removes the stream after you join in. Why would you want to do that? I mean, I'd leave it up, but yeah, I hear you, Brian. That is a lot of fun. That's awesome, Raymond. You are a hell of a supporter. That's you are everywhere, and it's awesome. We appreciate you quite a bit. Rights, a good crossbow. Get into if you can afford it, would be a Wicked Ridge. It's made by 10 Point. 10 Point's our parent company. Good deal, Mark. But bow hunting and crossbow hunting are two totally different animals. I enjoyed compound hunting a lot more than I do crossbow hunting, but just because I was that good with a compound. Now I'm looking at the Wicked Ridge 400 or the RDX 400 crossbow. It's a reverse limb, reverse draw. It's moving at, I think, 440 feet per second or 435. Yeah, right. Your Wicked Ridge is made by Crossbow. Or not by Crossbow. It's a crossbow made by 10 Point. And they're a little on the cheaper side, you know, compared to a 10 Point, but you're getting twice the bow, if you ask me. I like Wicked Ridge a lot more than I like 10 Point. It's just personal preference, honestly. Yeah, there you go. Nice, Captain. Yeah, with the crossbow rates, you can just crank it up. But Barnett is another good one. Hey, Shiner, how's it going, bud? Yeah, Rig, we all are, buddy. Yeah, well, Mo she was making up food boxes, is the way I understood it. For the less fortunate. Now we're rolling faster. No, Crony. If he shares the link with you, you just click on it, and actually you do. You have to sign in with your Google profile. That's all you gotta do. So it's not too bad. You shoot Barnett. That's all right, Rig. But I'm not saying Barnett's a bad bow. I just, for me, it is. It's not what I like. I might be running a Barnett this winter or this fall, huh?
Matthews.
I don't need a Matthews like you. My son just came through and told me I should get a Matthews. To me, Matthews is just for the name, really. Just like 10 Point. I'm happy with a Wicked Ridge. Even though it's made by 10 Point, it's cheaper. And I'm happy with that. So, The Barnetts are, again, half the price as a Wicked Ridge, but you pay for what you get. You get what you pay for. Your Barnetts don't move as fast as a Wicked Ridge. They don't have the kinetic energy a Wicked Ridge does. Centerpoint's not bad. That's one of them crossbows that really came a long ways since they first started making them. Centerpoint's a good bow. Any bow can be a good bow if they're moving above 300 feet per second and your kinetic energy is above 80. A Matthews Livermore? Yeah, right. Whatever, buddy. Thanks for coming back in. Matthews bow. If you're being serious, I don't believe that for one damn minute. CP uses StreamYard, or he will also... Mission is a hell of a nice bow, Brian. It really is. StreamYard, yeah. Gidget's got you. A diamond for your compound. That sounds different. I've never run a diamond. I ran PSE, Hoyt, and shit, I'd have to go look at it. I still got my bows. I have my son has a Matthews. I think my compound bow, my newest one, is a PSE still. I'm not sure. Yeah, I thought so a lot, Livermore. Yeah, exactly. Boy, that's really bugging the shit out of me, what bow that is. I've never hunted with it. I've always had my crossbow, and I got the bow, and I just never went out with it. I always took my crossbow. Wisconsin started out, when they started allowing crossbows, you had to pay $3 extra to hunt with a crossbow unless you were disabled. Then it was just regular price. Now they did away with the requirements altogether. Anybody can use a crossbow or a compound bow. It's just whatever. Anyone that wants to run it, run what you brung. Bowtech is a damn good bow. So I'm sure a diamond would be. Thank you for clarifying that. You have a PSE recurve. That sounds awesome, Rig. PSE, they were a lot better back in the day. I don't even know if they make them anymore. But yeah, I hear you, right? That'd be awesome. You're all done with your security, so you should be out hunting every day. Or trapping. Midwest, it's all going to be personal preference there, buddy. My crossbow, I've never had anything but a scope. We're not allowed adjustable scopes here. It has to be fixed power. And it basically has to be a crossbow scope. Anything that is a fixed scope, though, they will allow to go through, rifle or crossbow scope, as long as it's fixed. I have a 4-power BSA on my crossbow, and at 30 yards I can drive tacks with it. Crony, no, you have to sign in. Otherwise, it won't let you in. All you do is you use your YouTube account. That's your Google account. So it's going to have your email address attached to it. But also, they are still running them. John Dudley is. Okay. Crony... Yeah, once you enter in your screen name, it will let you write in. As long as I believe that is how it is. Oh, okay. Thank you, After 5, Cody. It was okay at first until I started falling apart. Okay, Brian, my PSC compound. The reason it's retired is because of a twisted limb. I do have a Fred Bear recurve that has got a twisted limb also, but it's so minute you can't tell till you pull it back. And then it flips around your hand and snaps your arm all at the same time. It's awesome. Yeah, Gidget's right there, Crony. It's not hard. It's not hard to do. You just gotta make sure your camera and your mic's working, and you can go right through. Hey, Backroads and Bass, thanks for coming in. How's it going tonight? Well, you don't need to answer. You're driving. Yeah, you don't have to download anything. But I was telling Backroads, I was telling Captain, I'll run the northern Wisconsin route on that lure, and I'll just take it right to the northern hole where I put that slime rocket video out. I'll take it right there, and either they're gonna hit it or they're not. And the nice thing about there is there's really nothing to get hung up on, so you're good to go. It'd be a good bait down there. Hey, Trapper Jay, how's it going, bud? Thanks for coming in. But yeah, this year, I'm hoping within the next month or so here, I'm gonna get a Wicked Ridge RDX 400. I have to order it because they're actually 4 weeks out right now. So they're behind in production, of course, but with everybody shutting down for a few months here, people started doing stuff outside. Hey, Mills, how's it going, bud? Thanks for coming. With everybody being home doing projects at home, people have found a way to take time again to do the things they used to love. So it's a good way in one aspect and kind of different in another. Oh, I thought you were done with security already. Okay, rights. I thought you were done with that already. October 1st will be. Okay. And then you're going full-time YouTube and trapping and hunting, right? What do you guys got going on, Trapper Jay and Mills? What are you guys up to tonight? I don't know how that would work then, Crony. You got to have a Gmail account for your YouTube account. I'm almost positive of it. Because once you sign into YouTube, it's your account and everything. I'll have to look at that again. I don't know. I've got this account and then my old Haters of Millennials account. So, but yeah, I know my son's already pumped up. I think he's going out this weekend to get his stand and getting ready for work. Okay. Well, you have a good night at work if I don't see you before you leave. But yeah, he leaves his stand up year round. He goes out there, tests the strength of it, probably a few weeks before he goes out and hunt. This year he did a lot of throw and grow at his stand. Hey, Frontier Survival, how's it going? Thanks for coming in. So, we went out there with the rototiller behind the tractor, and we tilled under, I don't know, probably a 100 by 60 wide, 100 yards by 60 yards wide area, and he went out there with nothing but throw and grow, and it came up really nice, really quick. So we're hopeful that works well for him, because last year his problem wasn't seeing deer, it was retention. They were in, they hit the bait, and they left. So this year we got the throw and grow all over. We're hoping for a little longer retention, so maybe they'll eat that throw and grow or everything like that. Kind of stick around longer. That's just like out of my stand, I've got a bunch of it. It's not necessarily a food plot. Well, his kind of more is a food plot now. But Yeah, Brian, I hear you. I did for a few years. Um, it's one of them things that it was worth a try. I mean, for the price of it, we couldn't go wrong. We just took the tractor with the 5 foot tiller out there. I was doing my yard anyhow. So we went out there and did all that. Yeah, whenever you want, I can shoot you. I can get on. I got you on Instagram, Backroads. I can shoot it to you, or I can shoot it to Captain, my address, so you guys can, whoever has it can send it here or whatever, and pound it out right away. Because we're already down, like I was saying at the beginning of this. We're down around. Well, tomorrow's high of 58, 59, and we have a frost warning every night. So it won't be long, and we'll be. Yeah, it's about right, Trevor J. We always throw a chain on there also so it don't get stolen. But yeah, we have problems with the squirrels too eating the damn straps. Cap has it now? Okay. Well, I'll shoot it to him, and if he wants to send it up this way, I'll get out there, make the video, and get it gone within 3 days. And that's all there is to it, or 2 days. So, but Trapper J, we leave, or we take extra straps with us every year, just because of that reason. And we don't let a strap go more than 2 years without replacing it now. Even if the squirrels don't get it, yeah, shoot them with a blowgun. That'd be cool. Even if the squirrels don't get the straps, we replace them every 2 years, no matter what, because they sun fade, they weather, they get rough shape. That's why the chain's up there, which only allow the stand to tip out 6 inches if the strap's broke. It's just a backup, a safety. You know what you gotta do. I appreciate that, Frontier. Thanks for doing this. This next couple weeks, like I said, I'll be getting ready for the graduation party and getting my hunting blind out, getting a little bit of land cleared up out there, because we were out there 2 days ago now, and a tree had snapped off and needs to be cleaned up. There's a little bit of work to do, but there is every year. My area, I shoot 10 yards. Take it or leave it. I've never had a problem with the deer coming in that close. They don't see me inside the blind. I do wear dark, solid color clothing so that when I'm in there, if the deer look in there, they can't see me. I wear a face mask, everything. So I'm pretty well the same color as the inside of that stand, so they can't see me in there because of how dark the inside is. That's why they put the black coating on the inside of them blinds, is so that they are dark in there and the deer can't see in. Now, of course, if you have any light on or any of that stuff, but all right, JJ, have a good night. Thanks for coming in, buddy. I appreciate it. But yeah, 22. Yeah, Brian, I actually take my crossbow out and shoot them. It's just something to do. I'll sit out there. This year I'm going to take my 22 though, and before rifle season gets here, I'll have most of them cleared up and eaten. I'm all done with it. Last year it was always, I had up to 32 different squirrels, 26, 32. They're just almost 3 dozen squirrels out there. That's just ridiculous. And I like seeing them, but I don't need that many squirrels. I really don't. So it's just all done. I'm gonna take a bunch out now. During rifle season last year, I shot 6 squirrels with my crossbow, just waiting for deer to come in. And hey, Mo, are you ready to go? It's been going good, but I was just staying on till you got ready to go. So if you want to get set up, we're gonna come over there and watch you for a while. So, but yeah, everything's set up out there right now. All I got left to do is put in my stand or my blind, clean up the couple of trees that are snapped off, and then, I'll get a little more corn out there and stuff. We're allowed to bait. Yeah, there you go, Midwest. Yeah, that's about it, Brian. Now there's that little bit to clean up out there and get ready, and then I'm pretty well set once hunting season starts again. Or when I can get out there, I'll be ready. We're allowed 2 gallons a day total combined bait method. So oh, that's all right, Mo. I can go either way. I was just gonna make some supper for the family. That's all I was gonna do. We can wait a little while yet and see if you can get set up. But you're not old. Most people think, how old are you, Crony? Just out of curiosity. But we're allowed 2 gallons combined total bait. So what that means here is if you've got, say, a half a pound of salt left there on the ground, you have to figure that into your total amount of bait. No, they're not going to make you scrape it up off the ground unless they want to be a dick. But yeah, you have to figure that into your total bait. We're only allowed 1 bait station per 40 acres, and it cannot be between 2 hunters. So basically 1 bait on 40 acres, and the way we get by with that is we go, our 40 acre parcels are marked off at 40 yards. There's either a fence or a trail or anything like that. So what we do is we go every 42 acres and there's a bait station. It works out well. I mean, it keeps the deer in your area, and that's the main thing. All right, Crony. Yeah, Trapper J, that's the way to go, because you think about it, when you put a salt block out, the rain hits it and all that shit, it's soaking it into the ground. I've seen deer eat dirt because of the salt content. Now, throughout the winter months and hunting months, you really only need a salt block. But in the spring, you want to be sure to have a mineral block out there, because minerals promote antler growth. I run a mineral block year round because you can find or buy a 50-pound block, put it out there, and it'll last for 3 years if they don't really beat the hell out of it. Usually I switch them out after 2 years. I will put it out there. 2 years later, I take it to a buddy of mine's farm and throw it in with his cows just to put a fresh one out. So, no, that's fine, Crony. That's just fine. Yeah, isn't it up on top of the hill, Trapper J, where you always put your salt and stuff? You said one time you were going to put a stand up there. So, no, that's fine, Crony. It's all good. That's the thing too. You got to find what works best in your area. We found out that the mineral block seems to help with the antler growth, to get a little more mass on them. Not necessarily, it doesn't do shit for the points, but the mass, at the base of the antler and up the main beams is bigger. We used to hunt the area that had palmation in almost every antler out on the land. And what that is basically like webbing. The main beam is round, and then where your point comes off the main beam, there'll be Yeah, I hear you, Trapper Jay. I got that here at my house too. I feed the rabbits and the deer and everything every day, but I get hungry. It's fair game. It's going down. But you do what's best for your area. You go through and you find out. You know, it's not something you're going to go out there and in one day or 1 year figure out. Yeah, that Brian, that's a good thing to do too. Now, by us where we hunt, there's no apple trees around. So what we need to, if we dump apples, we have to start real early, get them used to that. Otherwise, if you go out there and just dump a bag of apples, they're not going to touch them. They'll rot into the ground. We have one apple tree, and that's over 3/4 of a mile away on another person's property. So it's not economical or not smart because they're used to being over there to eat the apples. So if you dump them where you're at, it's one thing that'll set them off and they'll know. So, yeah, I hear you. Actually, Midwest, that is the way a forester will actually mark the trees. The forestry department or a surveyor will put that purple on the trees to mark a lot line. Now, when I was logging when I was younger, yeah, that'd be awesome, Trapper Jay. They're definitely used to it then. That's one of the things that around here we don't even have pear trees. There's one in the city, and that's 5-6 miles away. So I mean, we're not gonna have deer eating that out here. We can sneak through with acorns sometimes because you're always gonna have oak trees out there dropping acorns and shit, but it's not something you do constantly because you're going to have more going to hell than they're eating. And plus, that's another thing that gets counted into your 2 gallons of bait per day. Which that was another nice thing. We take plastic pails from Menards out there. It used to be we carried a 5-gallon bucket. Well, now, last couple of years was a 2.5-gallon bucket. So we were pretty close on our bait. We just didn't fill it all the way. Now this year, Menards came out with a 2-gallon bucket. So it's perfect. I mean, you can fill it right to the top and dump that out every day if you wanted. We dumped that out the first couple weeks to make sure we establish them coming through. You can't bait in Illinois, I bet. I think I knew that, but yeah. Oh, that's not cool, Midwest. But I understand what you mean. Up here, you have to be posted. And generally, if you're going to hunt an area, you're going to know who the landowners are and stuff like that. Yeah, Fossil, Brian, that's the truth, too. Anywhere you go. See, now, but if a forester goes through it and marks it off so I can log it, they'll actually use red as a sign that basically says stop. That's a landline. And I don't know how they know so well, besides with their GPS, where they're at. But I've been going through a section of woods, and boom, there's a red tree out in the middle of frickin' nowhere. And you wonder how the hell that could be split way out there. But it is. And, you know, it all depends on who owns what. But yeah, I'm most definitely going to get out there. I'll probably go out tomorrow for sure, just to check it out again. Knock down them trees that are busted off. Get them out of the way. There's a couple of small pecker poles that I want to knock down. Just open up my area a little bit more for getting in and out of the blind. And then I'll have the blind up by the weekend, and so they can start getting used to it. Just one of them things just to try to get ahead a little bit so they're used to it during rifle season, used to it during late bow season. There's no problems. Oh, wow. 100 yards away, that sucks. But then again, if you're a good shot, 100 yards is nothing. So it's not 40 pounds for the whole season, is it, right? Yeah, that's about it, Brian. Okay, Crony, I got you. That works for me. Yeah, it's one of them things that around here you're gonna know who your neighbor is generally. I mean, unless you're coming up from down south of the state and you're looking for a place to hunt, then generally if you ask anyone at the bait stores or the license centers or anything like that, if you don't buy it online, they're going to tell you to go to the hills. And that's the Blue Hills, which is, I don't know, 25 miles west of me or 20 miles west of me. But that's where they're going to tell you to go. Oh, wow. That's awesome, Rights. Yeah, Midwest, that's the truth of it too. You got that paint up and everybody knows what the hell it means. So I mean, why not just stay the hell away from it? We know our neighbors, we know where the property lines are. We know where we can and can't go. Now, around here, where we hunt, just our area here, we have permission from any of the local landowners that if we hit a deer, of course, we're going to follow it. Out of courtesy, if we hit a deer, we message them through text message because we all run silent ringers. But, oh, okay, Crony. Yeah, right, so that'd be awesome. We know where the landowners are. We know if we have to cross another land, we text them. Everybody runs silent phones in the season. If they're out in the woods, they do anyhow. And we let them know, hey, this is where we're at. We're going to be crossing through, looking for a wounded animal. 9 out of 10, they're going to say, hey, go for it. No big deal. Because you get out there and you get stirring the deer up, that's going to help their odds too, because by us is not a big pushing area. They don't drive deer much anymore. So it helps to get people out there looking for a deer sometimes to stir up the activity. Makes it real comfortable knowing that if you have a problem, you got people you can rely on. Yeah, I hear you, Brian. So now, rights, we don't even have to report it. If there's a deer hit, just load it up and go home with it. That's all we got to do. We don't have to call it in no more. It used to be if you hit a deer, you had to wait till a sheriff came out and either dispatched it or gave you the tag on site. Now it's not even a call to register it or nothing. You can just road it up and go. Yeah, the roadkill, then we're loaded up and go. So, okay. I am not sure on that one, Crony. That's all up to you. It used to be, though, that if you hit a deer or anything like that, you just get a hold of the sheriff. Usually they'll send someone out if they can. If not, run it up to the county house, and they'll come out and they'll give you a tag for it and register it, everything right then and there. So it's nice that you don't have to call them in, but it's also kind of those people that are out there poaching constantly. That's what they're doing, but I don't give a shit if people poach deer as long as they eat it. You can't shoot Yotes, Brian? Huh. I don't know what you mean by that, but... Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. And I love the ones Midwest that say, why are you hunting? Why don't you go to the grocery store and get the food like the rest of us do? What the hell is wrong with you, lady? Where do you think it comes from? No, either way, Crony, it's all good. All right, Mark, thank you for coming in. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm going to be ending this here at 3 hours here, so we got a few more minutes, and then I'm going to be ending it because I'm getting yelled at because supper's ready and all that stuff, so hopefully Mo's ready to go. All right, Thomas, thanks for coming. You have a great night, buddy. Take care and keep on hiking there. That was a pretty good one. So, but yeah, we're getting pretty pumped up and ready for deer season this year. I mean, I know I should be out there already. I've never been a big fan of deer hunting in heat. And we're going to get an Indian summer yet. We're still going to get plenty of warm days coming up and stuff like that. So even though the deer are going to be getting turned on and moving more because of the cold, they're going to slow down. They're going to slow down with that heat and stuff that'll come in later on. We always get a heat wave. It's notorious every year. The end of the month, beginning of October, it's good and warm out. And then usually every year for Halloween, we get snow. And now I understand the city's talking about doing away with trick-or-treating. So that's going to be the next exciting thing to see what comes of. Yeah, I hear you after 5, Cody. That's unreal. Yeah, you're right, Midwest. It's just unreal. Take care, Thomas. Thank you. Crony, a Marlin 336 3030 is a damn good gun. The Marlin with the side eject, that is a nice feature. I like that. When I got my 3030, it was a Model 94 Winchester top eject. So I got the deer. Yeah, not the key word, Andy. But I've grown up with the 3030 Winchester Model 94, and then this weekend I'm trying to think of what is a Model 94. Wasn't a 3030 though. I don't remember what he had. Beaver fleas. Bang. Almost there. Yeah, that'd be awesome if Gidget, if you can keep an eye out for her going live and share it, I'd appreciate it. BS. Yeah, it all is. But yeah, it's one of them things I'm excited for. I'm ready to go, but I'm not ready. My pants are still down around my ankles in ways because it's not going to be hard to get out there. I've got the bolts, everything for the crossbow. I got the crossbow, all that stuff. But yeah, Henry's made in the city, was it 35 miles to the west of me? In Rice Lake, Wisconsin, they make a lot of Henry rifles. Yeah, I hear you, Gidget. And I'm sorry I'm so choppy tonight, guys. I'm almost positive that's on YouTube's end doing it, because ever since Friday when they did the update, everybody's been choppy, and it's just sickening because things were running good, and then it seems like everything gets going. Yeah, brand new is nice, Crony. I enjoy them. I buy 2 or 3 new guns every year. I just always have. But yeah, when Turn your phone sideways. Mills, when you're on Prism, you can't switch back and forth. It only lets you go one way or the other. And I just run it upright. Crony, it depends on what model you buy. Henry does make an expensive gun, but they also make the economy guns that are economical and reliable just the same. But you're talking under $600 gun. I mean, all right, Brian, thank you for coming in. Have a good night. I appreciate it. You can't do links from the phone. Okay. I will try to see if I can add it in when it comes up. We'll try to figure it out here. But yeah, Mo should be going live pretty soon here. She's getting ready and everything, so I'm really hoping we all do good this year. They're going to be running a buck pool. Yeah, that's a good price for a Henry. Yeah, that's another thing, Midwest, that you do get what you pay for. My guns are always a little bit more because they're all left-handed bolts. A bolt action is the most accurate gun besides a single shot. I don't run automatics hardly ever. My shotguns are all that I have that's pumps. I had an automatic when I was younger, semi-automatic when I was younger, and that's not my cup of tea. If you can't hit it in one shot, why follow up with a second? Oh, okay. You're on campus, Gidget? What the hell? You going to school at night? Yeah, a lever action is the third most accurate gun, Crony. You got your single shot, bolt action, lever action, then pump. Because your pump is using some of the energy of the shell to unchamber it. Hey, well, man, we're just slowing down here, but we'll be on for a little bit. Yeah, Mo's getting ready to go. But your lever action is the third most accurate rifle. They're good guns. They're enjoyable to have. I have a couple of lever actions. I do enjoy them. I was just out this weekend, or when I was doing the range video the next day, I went out with my 30-30 lever action, and I was shooting steel plates at 100. That's not bad, and that was for the iron sight only lever action shoot. And I got up at 8 o'clock because it started at 10. Hey, how's it going, JP? Or Chris? I went out to get that done. I got all sighted in and everything. And I got up at 8 and it was raining some, so I was kind of curious. So I called the president of the club. He said, well, let's see how things go here. Call me back in about an hour. Well, it wasn't even an hour, and he called me, and yeah, John Wayne did, and said that it was shut down for the day because of the rain. You know, and nobody wants to take their guns out and get them all rusty. A lot of my guns are stainless, or they're the matte black painted, basically, too. I have them also. But my lever actions, some of my single shots, some of my pumps, they all have bluing on them, so they get rust. So if you guys need any shirts or anything, any merch, anything made for your channel, logos, anything like that, get a hold of JP. He's actually Inkling Designs. Check him out on Instagram, and he'll hook you up. Hey, how's it going, Taggin? Yeah, I appreciate you coming in, Taggin. You have a good night, too. Take care. So, we're getting ready, and it was just a good night to come on and talk about. I guess I like to be out hunting, not this weekend, but the weekend after. Your temperature should be a little bit on the colder side. That's what I like. You can sit in your chair or whatever, or sit in your blind without the heater. You just sit there and you stay relatively warm. Of course, I will have my heater out there just in case shit hits the fan and I get cold. But 9 out of 10, I'm just going to sit there without a heater. Good deal, Chris. Above your fireplace? Yeah. I hear you, Midwest. I'm thinking I would like to someday have... Oh, hang on a second here. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought Mo went. I'm thinking I would like their octagon barrel, gold plated, etched 3030 Midwest. And the only reason I want that is because before my wife's grandpa died, he had one that I loved. He never shot it, none of that shit. It was just for looking at. Her uncle got it, of course, when he passed away, which was right. That was his son, so it went to the right hands. And it'll never get shot by him either. And that's one of them guns that I'd like to have just to have. You know, I don't have to shoot a gun just because I own it. I like to, don't get me wrong. I love banging on guns all the time. That's the thing that makes me the second happiest is shooting guns. And when you got a 14-year-old that'll saw off a 30-round clip out of AR, you know you're raising them right. Because it's just awesome. She didn't... When she was 10, I gave her my son's Youth Action 20 gauge. And she didn't shoulder it right. So when she let it rip, it peeled her in the shoulder. She wouldn't touch a gun for 2 years. It kind of freaking pissed me off, you know. But she did. I told her that... I told her it was a 22 because she loves shooting the 22. So I told her that the 243 was a 22. I didn't tell her the truth, but I didn't necessarily lie to her too much because it's close to a 22. But she shot it and she liked it. So I told her that was hers for deer hunting. She can go deer hunting with me. Then she asked me what my AR was. I said, well, that's a 22 also. Well, that's a 5.56 223. So she shot that. Well, she shot it once, thought it was cool. And she says, now what? I says, well, if as fast as you can pull the trigger on that, it's going to shoot. So she bumps off a 30-round clip from the hip. And she's just giggling like a little girl would. And every time I get that gun out, she's, Dad, can I shoot it? Dad, can I shoot it? Can I shoot it now? So it's a lot of fun, you know. It's just funny as hell when she does that. I really, really enjoy with the kids doing that. But that's another thing, you know. You just got to do it. I'd rather have them safely know how to operate and handle than have to guess at it, because honestly you can't walk through my house without being within arm's reach of a gun at all times. It's a bad thing for most people, but for our family it works. And they've always known, and my nieces and nephews, if they're coming, I put most of them away. Yeah, Midwest, they do give away some damn... Hey, Jim Flannery, thanks for coming in. All right, guys. Can anyone run Mo's link? She's up and rolling there. We'll run over there and raid her quick. A bolt action 410. Jim, I've actually seen the 410, the 20 gauge, and the 12 gauge, and a 10 gauge out of. Yeah, that's what I just said, Gidget. I don't know if you can't hear me or what the hell's going on, but I was asked if someone could run a link. I might be able to. Let me see if I can. No, I can't. Yeah, I can't run it, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, a 44 around here. A 44 mag rifle is a brush gun. That's all it is. So the 4570, another nice gun, but more of a brush gun around here. You got all kinds of knockdown power. Hey, see your life. How's it going? Raymond, can you get Mo's link, please? We can go over there and tell her a Section 8 raid, see what she thinks. Get you guys over there. I can go finish up supper and get all that done. I appreciate everyone coming in tonight. Means a lot. I appreciate you guys hitting here. Okay, Crony got it. You guys want to hit that link and go over and raid Mo? I'd appreciate it.
Raid her.
So there it is. I'll wait for the numbers to start dropping off, and then I'll get out of here myself, guys. But thank you for hanging out with me tonight. A little over 3 hours.
Holy
I really
crap.
appreciate it.
That's a long time.
So, yeah, Gidget, we'll let her know. So, yeah, thanks, Crony. I appreciate it. You ran that. If you guys can grab that link and head over there. Thanks, Chris. You have a good night, dude. Southern Fisherman, thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks for coming in. It'll be a little earlier. 6 o'clock Wednesday nights, usually, hopefully. So, thanks, Rights. I appreciate it, guys. You want to hit that link and head over there. Thanks, Raymond. We still got 10 in here. Let's go over to Mo's there and raid her. I'd really appreciate it, guys. Grab that link here. I'm going to end her right here at 3 hours and 10 minutes. So, a couple more minutes and I'm going to shut her down. I'm sorry. Yeah, I took care of that, Chris. See your life. Grab that link and head over there, bud. She'd love to have you. Thank you for coming. That's all right, Raymond. Everything's good. Go ahead and head over there and let her know it's a Section 8 raid. See what she says. I'd appreciate it. So, all right. Good night, everybody. Yeah, I'll talk to you tomorrow, Chris. Sounds good. There's the numbers are dropping. All right, guys. Thank you. Go ahead and head over there. See what she says. All right. I'm getting ready to end it. You guys have a good one. Hopefully hit that like on the way out. Good night, everybody. Hey, thanks for coming in, Jim. Come on in next time, Texas. I appreciate it. Mo would love to see you over there. Thank you. Just about. See you later, Crony. Another half a minute. And we'll end it right at 3:10.
We got 8 people still.
Yeah, they're heading over there, grabbing that link and going over there, so it'll be all right. What did how'd Mom's night go?
What do you mean?
At church.
I didn't ask her.
You didn't ask her, okay. All right, guys. We'll see y'all later. Thank you for coming.